Hello, in this tutorial we are going to create a project in .NET for watching the usage of a middleware for logging. So now let's create a new project. The type of the project is core .NET Core Web API. Next. Web application 1 is right. Next. Create. All right. First of all, we need to create a model. Let's create a new folder with models. Let's create one model, call it person. This person is going to have ID, first name is nullable, first name, last name nullable, and age. Now we need to create a service. Let's create one folder, call it services, and here we're going to create a new one, call it person service. We need to create an interface, iPerson service. We're going to have two methods, one for returning a person, get person by ID, and another one for getting a list of persons. We need to import the model. All right, now we need to copy these two methods, and we need to paste them here. All right. These two methods need to be asynchronous. All right, now we need an array of persons, private const of type list persons. Okay, first name, my first name, last name, my last name, age, my age, and the ID. All right. Okay, now let's copy this and paste them here. Okay, this is the ID2 and this is the ID3. This name is Ana Lopez, age 35. This is Luis Dominguez, age 50. So now let's implement this method. Let's do a for each. If person dot ID equals ID, let's return this person. If not, return null. And here we only need to return persons. And that's all. Okay, we have the service. We need to inject the service, and now we need to register in the dependency injection mechanism, add a transient iPerson service. All right. Now we need to create a controller. Let's create one. We can create person controller. Okay, let's copy these configurations to paste them here, and we need to inherit from controller. Okay, we need to inject iPerson service by the constructor. All right, now let's copy these two methods for creating two endpoints here. The first one is public async iAction result here. Return OK, await person service get person by ID. Public async task iAction result get persons. Let's return OK, await person service get persons. All right, now we have this API working well. Let's try it. All right, there is an error. Okay, yeah, because we need to establish the methods, the HTTP methods. For this is person, and for this is persons. All right. Okay, let's try with this. Let's try with the ID2. All right. Now let's try with this other method. Endpoint. We have the three persons here. Everything is okay. Now let's create a new middleware. We need to create a folder, call it middlewares. Now we need to create one middleware here. Login middleware. Okay, the code for this login middleware is this. Let's type. This middleware needs the log file path because this file is the file that will contain all the logs. Okay, now the constructor. Okay, now the method invoke async. With the HTTP context. Okay, we need a start time, datetime UTC now, the request, okay, now we need to define the log message. This message is the datetime now, UTC now, the request method, and the request path. Okay, now try catch with finally block. Okay, in the try block we need to write await next, context, response, context, response, and in the log message we need to concatenate this response status code. All right. Now in the catch block, we need to concatenate the error. The error message. And in the finally block, we are going to concatenate to append to the text file the message with the elapsed time here. We need to create the method append to file async. And we need to pass the log message. Okay, now the method append to file async is here. It is private and async. It returns task. It is named append to file async. It receives from parameter the log message. We need to do a try and catch block. Okay, here we are going to execute await file append all text async to the file log file path, and in the log message we are going to use environment new line instead of this. Okay, and if we have an error, let's console dot write line the error. Okay, and the next step is create an extension method. We need to create a new extension method, but we are going to use a static class containing this extension method. Logging middleware extensions, and we need to use public static application builder use logging is the name of this method. We're going to use log file path, and we are going to return builder.use logging with log file. Sorry, use middleware, and here we need to use this middleware. Okay, this middleware is ready to be used. Now let's register this middleware here. Use logging, and the file will be log.txt. Okay, let's compile and execute this API project. Okay, now we need to open the containing folder of the application. I have it here in source and repos and web application 1. Here is it. Now we can execute the first endpoint, for example with ID 1. Let's execute. We have the result here, and here we have log.txt. If we open it, we can see the register of the first call to this API. Here is the date, the method used, the endpoint, root, the response status code, and the elapsed time of this execution. If we execute again, execute, we can see a new line with the execution of this method, this endpoint, and we can try with the other endpoint. We can execute, and we can see the result, and we can see here the third execution with this new endpoint as we try it. So this is enough for today. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.